Hi everybody, my name is Cindy. As a reader, I try to finish all the books that I get my hands upon. But then there are times when I read books and I lose interest in them, and then along the way, I forget about them. These are the books that either are on my I did not finish pile, my never finished pile, or I simply forgot about them until now. Note a warning, my DNF list or my did not finish list dates back to when I was in middle school, so you are warned. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. This is a classic that's written long time ago. I got this book in middle school because I thought, oh, it's so thick. Maybe the book sounds interesting because it looks romantic because there's a guy and a girl on the front. So I was like, hey, let's read this. That was back then when I was an optimistic middle schooler who did not know anything about classic novels. I read about 40 pages into this book and I lost interest. I don't know when I will pick it up again. If I do, you will see that in one of my reviews. To Kill a Mockingjay. Just kidding. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This is a famous book by Harper Lee that centers about a girl, and it contains some very racial kind of storyline. I actually had to read this for my summer reading for my 10th grade honors English class. I read about half of the book, put it down because I did not know what I was reading back then. I simply just read it, sticky note it, and write and tell myself what did I read on each page. I didn't really get the main concept. I still haven't yet. I might pick this up again sometime this year because the sequel to this book is coming out soon. A heartbreaking work of a staggering genius by David Eggers. I thought the first couple pages was interesting, then after a while it got kind of weird. Maybe that was when I was still developing my analytical thinking of a reader, and the fact that my English teacher, he kind of forgot to talk about it, and then so the class kind of dropped this book out of thin air, so we didn't read anymore for class. But I will not read this book again. I don't know why. It's just I don't know. It's just the way it's written actually. Funny enough, I read another piece of work by David Eggers in college. I find that makes more sense in this book actually. I find his piece of work to be good, but it didn't motivate me to want to read this book again. The Alchemist by Pablo Conchejo. I mentioned this book way back then in the first video that I ever posted on this channel. I will link it below for you guys if you guys want to check that out. A friend actually gave me this book. I read like 40% of this book, and then I realized if I read it again right now, I will just someone's texting me. Anyways, I read about 40% of that book. I found it very intriguing about this boy's journey. Then I lost track of it or forgot about it because I had schoolwork to worry about. I didn't have time to actually read for fun that much during that time. I picked this up again, I think December of last year, and I was scratching my head because I don't know what I read. So I told myself I gotta start over again from page 1. I am currently on page 8 and it is still on my DNF list. The Vampire Diaries by L.J. Smith. I bought this book a couple years ago, about 5 years ago actually. Never ended up reading it, or I only read about 1 page and then I just left it there on my bookshelf forever. This is volume 1 of this whole love triangle-ish kind of series that L.J. Smith created it and is very popular now. I picked this book up when the TV show for this first came out because I am and still a very big LJ Smith fan. But then the thing was, I saw the show and it didn't really wasn't much my cup of tea. So I was kind of iffy if I want to read this again. Read one page of it, put it down, forgot about it. Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky? Sorry if I butcher up that last name. Surprisingly enough, I read this for my senior English class in high school. Didn't really finish it because I found another book to read, which was Beloved by Toni Morrison, I think. And then that summer, I decided to take this book along with me during one of my vacations out of the country. And let's see, how far am I? I am about 40% into this book. And let's just say I got so tired of it. Why? Because the main character, where is his name? It's a really long Russian name that I cannot pronounce. Roskovniko? I'm gonna call him Rosk because his name is really long. Ross decides to plan to kill his neighbor, and during like 40% of the book, he develops a plan on how to kill his neighbor. And at the same time, it's getting tiring because by 40%, you would think the guy will actually do the act already, but he doesn't, and it's very tiring. Sorry to those who love Russian literature. This book was not my cup of tea, although it was interesting because it dealt with killing of a neighbor. I love those classic novels, right? Stiff by Mary Roach. This book is about, if you have not guessed, by the lovely book cover, it is a cadaver. So this is a non-fiction work that talks about the life of a human cadaver. Have you ever wondered what the heck happened to them when they are sent to the coroners and what happened to them after the coroners? This book kind of gives into light about what actually happens to them. I got introduced to this book by my junior high school English teacher. He told us to pick a non-fiction work, and I chose this because, hey, I'm interested in science and especially cadavers. If you have read any of these books, let me know. If you are convinced I should read any of these books again, convince me below to read them again, please, because I kind of want to give these books a chance because it's not my thing to have a DNF list until I'm very certain that book is just a lost cause to me. So guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. That is all for now, guys. I'll see you soon.